It seems like the investigation is over. We all did our best. We can't be sure as to who the culprit is until the class trial. We need to do this. We need to trust everyone's abilities. We need to hope that we can solve all mysteries of this case in the class trial. The Monocru's first floor. He must be talking about the door. I should hurry. Come on, Yuriko, let's go. Everyone's here. They're all here.
Hey.
You're late, Sora. Let's last place again. I'm late. Sorry about. But wait a minute. Yuriko was right beside me. How am I late? Oh, I sprinted. But you have high heels, doesn't that hurt? Yeah, but I want to follow like the usual Danganronpa thing where the battalion is always late. So yeah. Oh, we were worried about you. Why are you so late? I came as soon as I heard the announcement. Maybe it's because you're the culprit, right? As if.
Look!
Hibiki, you can't say stuff like that. Say stuff like that to poor Sora without any evidence. Like what Kanade said earlier, either we expose the culprit or we all die. Or Kana, whatever. Those are the only two outcomes. If we mess this up, we're all dead. What happens to us? Yeah, just yesterday we were partying. How did it come to this?
That's just how it is.
We don't have time to think about that. We all have, if we give up here, we won't be able to survive. Wait, is this class trial? Is this the class trial room? It's not like, all like how I imagined it would be.
Good grief.
Oh no, this is only the entrance. See, that's the elevator. We'll be taking that down to the class trial room.
Hey!
Take that down? Down where? Aren't we in a cruise ship?
This is stupid.
Yeah, whatever. Let's get this over with. Alright. You're pretty damn laid back, considering all our lives are in danger.
Sorry to have kept you waiting. Everyone seems to have gathered, so let us waste no time in getting started.
Okay, I'm actually excited for this because ever since I saw this, people like English translating it, I've always wanted to play these. I also wanted to play a Danganronpa game blind, but that's not going to be the case anytime until Danganronpa B4.
Now, the thrilling, the extreme class trial. Everyone, please enter the elevator in front of you and make your way to the class trial room. As you might have already realized, you cannot escape from the class trial. Face it head on, using what you learned in your investigation.
Don't end up like an ultimate maid who tried to run away and ultimately failed.
Now let us begin. The first class trial of the Utsuroshima field trip of mutual killing.
So, we're really doing this. I don't want to go down. Are we going to be able to find the culprit? It'll be really bad if we can't. Don't worry, everyone. I have eyes that can see through the future, and by that I just look it up. I looked it up before the English translation released.
Time for a beatdown!
Bro, you know what? Bring it on! It's not like we can escape this anyway. It's like what Wipro said. If we put our heads together and discuss this, we'll find the culprit. The culprit who killed Yuri. Let's find them, no matter what. It's starting. Once we go down the elevator, there's no going back. There's no running away, no giving up. But I'm not alone. I have to survive with everyone. No, fuck that, I'm out. Damn it! I mean, frick that! Sorry. I didn't mean to do that. I've been in a courtroom setting before, but this is the first time I'm actually an actual trial. Will I do well? Don't worry, do like that one Henry Potter scene. Trying to prevent copyright. Let's track down the case down to size. Now let's do it old-fashioned too. That way we can decorate the front page of the newspapers of tomorrow with juicy scoop. Ooh, nice. Alright. Let's go. Alright, Yuki. This is the last time I'm gonna voice act these characters, probably. Well, actually, no, there's a post-trial, never mind. We can't run away after coming this far. Let's find the killer. Alright, Hibiki. Will I be okay? Kanade, we'll get out of here alive, right? Of course. You have me. All you have to do is stop worrying and wait for me to stop this for you, Hibiki. Bitch, I'm solving this trial. Do you have a freaking Hoge Kanade? I didn't think so. Let's discuss this as much as we can based on what we must find. Class trial or not, whatever it is, just bring it on! I'm going to overcome it all! Oh, this is because someone died? What a waste. This wasn't the school life I wanted. Well, too bad. It's really strange. I guess I should put some thought into this. Alright, Hajime, what about you? We either do this or we face death. What's done is done. If we can't avoid it, let's try to at least overcome it. Mikado, what about you? I don't want to die either, so I promise I'll do my best in the class trial. Alright, everyone, let's go in the elevator. Is everyone ready? This is it. Okay, here we go. Why am I always the first one in the elevator? After making sure everyone was in the elevator, we pushed down the button and shut the door. It felt like the elevator was being descended. Ooh, this is kind of cool. The elevator made a loud sound, and it slowly but steadily descended. Normally everyone would be talking to each other, but the vibration of this elevator seemed to make us all mute. It alerted us that the class trial was to come. The elevator sound grew louder and louder as we made fun of all our fears. Thoughts of that we may never see the light of day again crossed our minds. But we couldn't let that happen. Whoever killed Yuri wasn't going to get away with this. As everyone had their own thoughts of what may or may not happen, the elevator came to a screeching stop. What is this place?
Not bad.
You finally arrived. Welcome to the most advanced facility of the Monocruise, the class trial.
Huh?
Oh, I like what you've done with the place. Very impressive. This feels like an actual courtroom or something. I assume that you all are ready. I assume that you all know there isn't any running away from this. Don't pull a Kurumi on us. Let's begin. Everyone go to the stands with your names on it.
Very well.
Excellent. Your solemn expressions tell me that you're all are going to face this approach resolve. Let us begin the first trial of Utsushima trip of the mutual killing. The class trial finally started. All of our lives are on the line. And you can see Yuri's picture over there. If we win, if we live, the Blacken die. And if we lose, the Blacken lives and we all die. In other words, no matter what happens, someone will face their death here. I can't let those thoughts cloud my vision. I need to focus on the class trial now. Yuri, the ultimate spaceman. He's no longer with us due to his brutal murder. He may or may not cooperated. He might have been a terrible person to men and women alike, but he was still our classmate. It's like Emma said, if this killing game hadn't happened, we would have been such good friends. The culprit is the one who did this terrible thing to Yuri. He's among us right now. This is so cool. Iris thought intertwined. The curtain finally opened. A trial of life, a trial of death, a lie of life and death, a betrayal of life and death. Okay, we get it, Sora. Everything is life and death. Truth of life and death, the execution of life and death, the trust of life and death, the McDonald's of life and death, the Pepsi of life and death, the matter of life and death, the class trial. Alright. We're finally here, everyone. Would you like to save your progress? Sure. Let's save up here. A class trial has taken place. A murder occurred during the field trip here. It's your job to use various clues and abilities disposal on the Blacken among your classmates. The Blacken will be decided by a vote. Ballot must be valid. If you manage to correctly identify the Blacken killer, everyone will only be punished, and the remaining students will continue with the field trip. If the vote is spotless, okay, there. I read everything. All right. Meditation. Enable the saving after. I'm saving this just to make sure my game doesn't crash. Alright, give me that. Thank you, Yuki. I don't have any more truth bullets. Oh wait, let me see the profile. Doesn't say death, so... Alright, so... Spark! I can check the evidence during the trial, right?
Firstly, allow me to briefly explain the rules of this class trial. The results of the class trial will be decided solely by your votes. If you manage to correctly identify the Blackened, only they will receive punishment. But should you vote incorrectly, everyone except for the Blackened will be punished, and they will be able to escape this field trip of mutual killing.
Only to then go to a freaking spin-off game where a bunch of black and white bears are attacking a city and causing havoc and probably die from the filthy air, from the poisonous air. So, it has begun, the class trial. One of these people brutally murdered Yuri.
Well, first and foremost...
Wait a minute, Monochrome. There's something I'd like to ask first.
Oh, and what might that be?
Accomplices. Can there be accomplices in a case?
There can be, if you could get rid of them.
Good question. Whether or not there are accomplices will be a huge factor in deciding the culprit.
A good question indeed. I guess it wasn't specified in the rules. To be blunt, there can be accomplices.
What? So it's possible?
But in theory. Only one person gets to actually leave the island anyway.
Of course. The rules even say that only the first murder counts if more should occur.
So if you manage to kill someone while there's another murder, you won't be able to escape. You just killed an innocent person. Great job, whoever that is.
In other words, without any reward, an accomplice is no more than another tool for the culprit.
They'd gain nothing from assisting the culprit, after all. Even if they succeeded, they'd be unable to escape the island alongside the Blackened. More importantly, they'd still face the same execution as the rest of us.
He's got that right.
Wait, what's that?
Oh, that. You don't need to concern yourself with it.
Yuriko, if there's a portrait of an ex-person or someone who just died, put two and two together.
It would have been Yuri Kagorin's seat, but it's rather sad to just leave a blank space there.
That's an awful sense of humor you've got there.
Wait, something's off about this. What's that empty seat over there? Whose is it?
It's exactly what it looks like, an empty seat. There's no need to concern yourself with that either.
Or maybe there's 6 things to them hiding among us.
You're very interested in the petty details, aren't you? Questions are fine, but shouldn't you be discussing the murder first?
Right. This place is extremely unpleasant. I'd like to leave as soon as possible.
It might be the last place you ever see if we don't figure out who the culprit is.
Say such terrible things!
Wait, all of you. Do you mind if I say something before we begin?
Huh? What is a Kokoro?
I know who the culprit is.
Same here.
What? Are you serious?
Who is it? Who's the culprit?
I know who the culprit is, and I know exactly how they did it. So I'll give them the chance to speak. Give yourself up now. Perhaps then I may understand that you regret your actions. You'll be found out anyway, and it's better to confess rather than have it dragged out of you. Nobody's confessing.
Obviously. What kind of idiot would tell the truth? They'd be sentencing themselves to death.
All right. We'll do this the hard way.
So who's the culprit, Coco?
I can't tell you that right now.
What? Why are you screwing around?
Oh my god, just look it up on YouTube.
Just tell us. We don't know who it is, so just tell us so we can get this over with. Like Sosie said, I don't want to be here any longer than I have to be.
Would you be able to comprehend it, even if I did tell you? I would be lucky to be believed. I sense that a few of you are suspecting me already.
Aha. Your powers of observation are truly outstanding.
This is a class trial. All of our lives are on the line here. We need to find a conclusion that everyone finds acceptable, so that there is no doubt who the culprit is when we all cast our votes. Figure it out for yourselves as much as you can. I'll help you if you get stuck.
This is totally suspicious.
Ibiki, don't dismiss her when we haven't even started yet.
What? What's with that condescending attitude, huh? Do you think I'm an idiot?
Yes!
Oh, sis, your mood's back up again.
Duh, of course. I don't want to sit around moping forever. I'm really scared, but I'll do whatever it takes to stay alive.
I see. That's good, sis.
Let's get started then.
Wait a moment. May I say something as well?
Oh my god, can we start with the first debate?
What is it now?
I imagine that some of you may suspect me simply because I'm the mastermind. Your opinions on me as a person are inconsequential. But please, for all of our sakes, treat me as just another student during the class trial. We would all die if we reached the wrong conclusion, after all. I don't want to die either, you know?
That's exactly what the real culprit would say.
Oh, come now. This is a prime example of what you should not do.
Shinji, I'm sorry, but he's right. If Mikado wanted to act as the mastermind, he had plenty of opportunities to do so before. Everyone here is a suspect, including Mikado and I. The purpose of this discussion is to narrow down that list.
I see. I understand. I'll try my best.
So, can we start now?
Where should we begin?
If you're confused, try starting with what we know happened in this case.
Do your best. My life's on the line too.
We should probably start with what we know about the case. I need to try my best for everyone's life to matter. The minigame non-stop debate another is about to begin. Would you like to hear an explanation? Yeah, I want the controls. Alright. Alright, the construction. The upper left corner displays the speaker and the progress. Occasionally students like this weak point. You can move your crosshair over the weak point and press confirm to fire the bullet. Which one confirm ship? Or C? You're free to text me. But nothing happen will be deducted. Alright. Alright, press shift to select the bullet, aim after, and press C. Okay, press C to select the desired bullet. Okay. You can press shift to change the local. This features are available if you only have one bullet, however. If you successfully refute an argument correct to a bullet, a card will appear your score and conclude the advancing next phase. You will fail to refute the attempt. Okay. Alright, thanks. Not let me start! Alright. Mono profile. Let's do this.
To begin, Riri died at 7:30 in the morning. 30 minutes after the morning announcements.
Is it true that Sora and Yuki were together at the scene of the crime?
Yes?
Yes, Yuri contacted me. After I woke up this morning.
Maybe I should have checked the evidence before I came here.
When I saw the message asking for help, I immediately ran to the bell tower. I saw Yuri hanging from a rope, badly injured. And before I could do anything, he was dragged up. His corpse fell to the ground moments later.
There were so many cuts on Yuri's body. Could the murder weapon be a sharp object?
That's wrong!
No, that's wrong!
I always wanted to say that. Accurate penalty, incorrect penalty. Total score. Okay. You know, I might as well save it. Just to be... Alright, resume to the trial. Alright, maybe I should have paused. Can I do that?
No, Iroha. Yuri couldn't have been killed by a sharp object. If you check the monochrome file, it says that the cause of death was blunt force trauma. In other words, Yuri's death was likely caused by his fall.
Yep.
Oh, I see. There were so many cuts on his body that I overlooked that.
Then what are those cuts from?
The cuts are probably from the result of that object. And that object is... It's the wires. Here they are.
Got it! His injuries were caused by the sharp wires.
Wires?
Did you see all the wires strung in between the empty space in the middle of the spiral staircase? Yuri was dragged up by a rope and was cut by the wires as he fell to the ground. He fell very quickly, which is why the wounds are so thin and yet so numerous.
Oh, so that's why the cuts were there.
You never even checked the monochrome file? I can't believe you call that an investigation.
I'm sorry!
Hey, it was an honest mistake. Don't pick on her.
An honest mistake? It's rich of you to say that when we could all die from it. I can't leave my life up to you all if you keep acting like idiots.
They contribute, Shobai!
Leave your life up to us.
Everyone's lives depend on the outcome of this trial, not just mine, yeah? If the rest of you work hard to find out the culprit, I don't have to waste my own energy.
What? You're basically saying that you're going to leech off of us?
I will intervene if I have to, but I'm not a fan of inefficiency. You're working to save your own hides, so isn't this a favorable outcome for us all?
Truly a degenerate ruffian. You've never even heard of the concept of cooperation with someone?
Obviously not.
Now, everyone. We won't accomplish anything if we let ourselves be distracted by people such as Mr. Hashimoto. Let's carry on with deliberations, shall we?
But if the culprit wanted to kill Yuri by dropping him, why did they go through the trouble of installing all of those wires?
I'm not sure. I think we'll have to talk about it a little more.
Yeah.
Alright, so could everyone tell me what they were doing at the time of Riri's death?
Okay, I know exactly what those wires are for, but I'm gonna let them explain.
Like I said, Sora and I saw Yuri's death with our own eyes. We were together, so does that count as our alibi?
I was alone in my room.
Do I have to tell you? I was just wandering around the place.
Mr. Kagurine died around 7:30 a.m. So everyone besides Mr. Maeda, Miss Sora, Miss Mitsume, and Mr. Hashimoto must have been in the dining hall.
No, Yoriko wasn't there.
Yuko, where were you and what were you doing at the time?
I was also at the bell tower. I met Yuki and Sora there.
The bell tower? But that's the scene of the crime, isn't it? If Sora and Yuki were there because of the message... Yoriko, what were you doing there?
What was I doing?
Kanade, just in case it comes up later, Yoriko technically witnessed Yuri's death with us. You heard the body discovery announcement, right? It's only announced when 3 or more people find the body. Sora and I saw it first, and Yoriko a little while after.
Is Kanade gonna say, oh, she probably self-reported?
Hold on, Mr. Maeda. You claim that Mr. Kagurine was hoisted by a rope?
What? Yeah?
Then it stands to reason that the two of you witnessed the culprit, no?
What? Really?
If the Blackened dragged Mr. Kagurine with a rope up to the top of the bell tower...
Oh, never mind, it's me. I was gonna say, she self-reported.
Our 2 witnesses would have immediately followed afterwards in pursuit.
I wanna see the voice actors, like, playing Among Us.
I see. Because the only way down from the top of the tower is down the spiral staircase. Whether the culprit went down or Sora and Yuki went up, they would definitely bump into each other at some point somehow.
Unfortunately, that wasn't the case. We did get to the top of the bell tower, but Yoriko was the only one up there.
That means Yoriko's the culprit.
Oh my god, for a second I thought I saw Kanade, like, eyes, like, shadow with her own hair. Good god.
What? Isn't it obvious? Like Emma said, the only way to climb up the tower is by using the stairs. You don't have a good excuse like Yuki and Sora. And you've been looking worried from the start. It's clear to everyone that Yoriko's the culprit. Don't you think so, sister?
Huh? But, Kanade, we just said that Ruko's a witness.
Please just think for a moment. Yoriko doesn't have an alibi, and she has no reason to be in the bell tower if she's not related to the case.
I guess. When you put it that way, Ruko does sound pretty suspicious.
Hey now! Who are you calling suspicious?
Okay then, Yuko. Can you tell us why you were at the bell tower? You and Rara just told us that they were there because they got a message from Riri. Tell us why you were there, then we won't have a reason to doubt you.
I don't know. I don't know why I was there.
What? Are you kidding me right now?
Yoriko's situation sounds kind of complicated. I thought she was the culprit at first too, but after I heard her testimony, I'm not so sure that's right.
Yoriko, calm down and tell us your side of the story.
As expected, it looks like everyone's suspicious of Yoriko. We need to discuss this some more and find out if she really is the culprit or not. Now stop debating. Another. Start. Alright, Shinji's account.
I went outside as soon as the monocruise's door opened, so I could start my morning investigation before breakfast began. Then someone attacked me from behind, and I lost consciousness. When I woke up, I was at the top of the bell tower next to Sora and Yuki.
Okay, that's correct.
Do you have any proof? For example, someone who saw you leave early.
What? No, nobody saw me.
That's wrong!
No, that's wrong!
Shinji, can't you do this yourself? Why am I the one refuting that? It should be Shinji.
Actually, there was someone who saw Yoriko leave early this morning. Shinji, you said you saw her, right?
Oh, me? Well, yes, I definitely saw Yoriko leaving early this morning.
You guys sure do get up early, don't you? What were you guys doing?
Hajime and I go jogging every morning, you know? I woke up early, so I was waiting for him in the corridor. Hajime was late because he had to use the bathroom, and I saw Yoriko leaving as soon as the monocruise door opened up.
It's like I said, I'm not lying.
However, while we've proven that you left the ship early, Can we really be certain that it was for the sake of investigation?
What?
Doesn't that just make you even more suspicious? The murder did happen this morning, after all. And the culprit who killed Mr. Kagurine definitely wasn't in the monocruise this morning.
That's true, but...
So, does that mean Yoriko really is the culprit?
Wait a minute! Why is everyone accusing me when I haven't done anything? I told you, I don't know how or why I was there. I lost consciousness right after I left.
Assuming what Yoriko says is the truth, the culprit attacked her and moved her to the bell tower to pin the blame on her?
But then there's no explanation for how Yuri was pulled to the top.
Maybe the culprit was hiding somewhere at the top of the tower?
No, we looked around for a bit, but it's an exposed area with almost no furniture around. It would be very difficult for someone to hide themselves up there.
If Yoriko can't explain herself, we have no choice but to assume she's the culprit.
Yeah. Wait, that's not true. I'm not.
Don't jump to conclusions.
Thank you,
Yoriko isn't
Kokoro.
lying.
Saved everyone's wife.
Coco.
Listen to her voice. She's telling the truth.
I know you're a psychologist, Koro, but how can you be so sure?
I'm a freaking sidekick, and I also looked it up on YouTube.
The method you're using to deduce Yoriko's alleged culpability is far too short-sighted. Look at the bigger picture instead of focusing solely on her. Such as why Yuri was killed, perhaps.
Why was Yuri killed?
Speaking of which, didn't Yuri lock himself in his room after telling the girls to kill him? It'd be awfully difficult to drag that guy out of his room.
Hardly. If he was serious, a girl would only need to knock, and Yuri would open his door.
Are you saying that the culprit is a girl? So, like, doesn't it all point to Ruko anyway?
I'm telling you, it's not me!
Oh.
Wait, everyone. If the culprit were a man, wouldn't that make the crime that much more ingenious? The obvious answer would be that the culprit is a woman, but if it was a man, they would be able to exclude themselves from the list of suspects for that reason.
But Yuri's the kind of guy who hates even being spoken to by another guy.
As long as Yuri had locked himself in his room, a man would have never been able to lure him out.
According to what Emma just said, a man could have been the culprit, and if Yuri hadn't been inside the room. Yuri locked himself inside his room for 2 days, and he left it in a single location. That location was... The Hangman's Gambit flashback is about to begin. Would you like an extra explanation? Yeah. Okay. You will first be shown the position of the words, which are important to remember. Find the same letters in order to spell out the answer. The letters should be answered in order of blank space. Okay. Alright, so it's like a memory game. When the game starts, the keywords will appear in the lower corner. A set of cards will appear in the middle of the screen. The cards will be shown for about 5 seconds, during which you should memorize the letter and arrange them. Next, you must fill the blanks of the keywords, reading from left to right. Try to recall the letters would be left blank. First, select the card that you think holds the letter. After choosing the initial card, another card that's letter matches of your first choice. If you manage to pair correctly, their mutual letters will correctly fill the blanks. The spaces will be filled. You can move on to the next blank. Choosing the incorrect letter matching does not apply to the blank space. Letting the timer reach zero will lower your focus gauge and reset the cards. You will receive penalty and take damage of 0. If the timer reaches 0, you will receive a penalty to your points and focus gauge. If you're concerned that this game is too difficult, don't worry. The cards will be shown again briefly if you run out of time. So try to use these resets as the guide as substance attempts, like the non-stop debates. Your influence gauge will be damaged, and the game will start over if your focus gauge runs out. Alright. party. Oh, damn it! Shoot! Oh wait, I need an A. Alright, here's an A. Oh wait, my focus gauge?
Crap!
What was it? The discussion isn't going anywhere. Let's try for... Oh, so that's what my focus gauge is for. Okay, you all didn't see that. You all didn't see that. Okay, A. Oh, it's hard. Okay, I didn't see the one over there. Wait, I forgot what the Y was. Okay, here's a Y. Here's a Y.
I see.
Okay, nobody saw that. Nobody saw that. Ah, damn it. Okay, let's just do this. Let's make sure my game doesn't crash.
The party last night. Yuri was at that party, wasn't he? Didn't he drink late into the night too?
Oh yeah, he was there.
So then if someone attacked Yuri right after the party ended, it could have easily been a man.
Yes, that's true.
You're taking that into account now? Quick-witted bunch, aren't you?
Asshole! You're not even participating in the discussion!
What? Do you want me to help? That'll be a million crows. I'll figure this all out for you then.
Shut up, you Scrooge!
If Sora's
Uncle Scrooge.
right, a man really could have attacked Yuri.
I mean... Uh-oh. I hope Disney didn't hear that.
But that's no reason to rule out a girl as the culprit.
Of course. She said that the culprit could be a man, not that they couldn't be a woman. For a man like Mr. Kagurine, the idea of him giving up his life to a woman that approached him during the festivities is all too plausible.
Yeah, but I'm curious about something. The party was last night, right? Yuri died this morning. If the culprit attacked Yuri after the party, wouldn't that mean the culprit was inside the Mono Cruise during nighttime? The Mono Cruise doors lock after 10 p.m.
Yeah, if the party was last night and the murder happened this morning, there's a huge gap of time missing between them.
So the question is, if a man really did attack Riri after the party, what was he doing until morning?
But didn't all the people who were drinking late into the night return to the monocruise before 10 p.m.?
That's... I can't really remember.
Probably. I was the only sober one there. Although, Yuri was late. He told me he'd be stopping by the bathroom.
I get it! That was when somebody kidnapped Rin then!
No, that doesn't make sense, because the murder happened at the bell tower just after the morning announcement. The culprit would have been locked inside the monocruise. They wouldn't have had any time to prepare for the murder.
Right.
Right. You're assuming things again. There's no rule that says you have to stay inside the monocruise during nighttime.
What? But the rules?
State that the monocruise doors close at 10 p.m. and that sleeping outside the dorms is not allowed. That's all. If the culprit never boarded the monocruise, they would be free to wander the island after the door was locked. If they stayed up all night, they wouldn't be breaking any rules.
Ooh. Like, if I was in that situation, I think I would be knocked out during this trial and then realize, oh, he's been out too long, so it's him.
Being outside the monocruise at night isn't a rule violation? Is that true?
Yes, I've done it before. I wondered what would happen if I slept during the day and stayed out all night outside, and nothing happened. The doors opened in the morning, and I was able to board the monocruise as usual.
But didn't Monocro say that monsters would be wandering the island at night? You still could have been injured, Coco.
I was fine. I stayed on the main roads and never ran into any sort of monster.
I completely forgot about the monsters. Did we ever make it through that?
Although, I do wonder if something may be hidden in the forest.
If Kokoro is telling the truth, it's possible that Yuri never re-entered the monocruise last night. According to Yoriko, he did return, just much later than everyone else. But